If you're in a season of deep pain, suffering, heartbreak, or darkness, the Lord gave me a message. And He always wants me to share these visions for others to understand also what He is doing in this type of season. So the Lord started teaching me something very important, that we are meant to draw our strength from Him, not from people. Humans will disappoint us because we're humans. They might reject you, betray you, break promises to you, or even leave you. And the Lord never leaves us. So if we draw our strength from Him, it will be more secure and more stable strength. But sometimes we end up going to humans that are faulty. God also kept showing me that He understands rejection and betrayal more than we realize. He knows that pain. He knows the pain because He's experienced it even now when people reject Him all over the world. The first vision appeared to the right of me, and the image I created is very close with a few differences. So the first image, I saw Jesus sitting beside my bed. It wasn't a hospital room, but my heart felt so wounded enough that I got an impression that I was in a hospital bed because I was wounded. And I was under white sheets, and all I could see were my legs stretched out in front of me, and then Jesus was sitting to the right of me. He was wearing it was a thicker white robe, and he was leaning in towards me with his left hand resting on the bed, and his right hand was in his lap, and he was smiling at me. What stood out the most was his gentleness, and he was leaning very close. His smile felt pure, loving, and full of compassion. He looked at me with such care and concern that it made me want to smile, even in my sadness. I sensed him saying, "I have this under control, and if you could see what I have planned ahead for you, you'd be smiling too. I will stay here as long as you need for my strength." So for years I wondered, because I've had many visions of Jesus smiling even when I was suffering, and I was always like, why is he smiling? And I never really looked into that until now. So I understand that it's not him ignoring our pain, it's him saying, I see the future. I see what's ahead, and if you saw what's ahead, you'd be smiling too. Immediately after I saw the first vision, I got a second vision. I saw Jesus to the left side of me this time. Again, he was really close to me, leaning in towards me, but this vision felt different. This time he had his head bowed downward, and his eyes were closed, and I immediately knew he was feeling my sadness. I felt as though he was saying, I know this hurts. I'm here with you. I'll sit with you as long as you need. The Lord wasn't rushing me through my pain. He wasn't demanding that I instantly be strong. He was just present, and he was close. Just knowing that gave me strength. Both visions carried the same message. Jesus was very close, leaning in, not distant, not absent, and present in our suffering. The Bible reminds us of Isaiah 41:10, where God says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you." Sometimes our suffering comes because someone betrayed us or broke promises that they made. Sometimes it comes because we've been relying too heavily on people instead of drawing our strength from God. And sometimes it comes from our mistakes or our own choices. But regardless of the reason, God does not abandon us in suffering. He sits with us in it. The Lord also showed me that many believers are in a season of refinement. Refinement is not punishment. It's the process of being purified and strengthened through fire. Just as gold is refined by fire, God often uses difficult seasons to draw us closer to Him and shape us into who He created us to be. The Lord is always wanting us to grow. The challenge is learning to believe what God says over what the enemy is showing or saying to us. The enemy whispers something like fear, hopelessness, rejection, or despair. But God speaks hope, purpose, restoration, and truth into our ears. We must learn to take every thought captive and bring it before the Lord. And even if we feel too weak to do that, we can always ask for help. God sees further than we do. He knows what is ahead. He knows how the full story is going to unfold, and He makes beauty from ashes. And while He never wants us to remain stuck in our pain, He will faithfully sit beside us until we are strong enough to move forward with Him again. Remember this, that you need to draw your strength from God. Don't believe what the devil plants in your ears over what God has said. And sometimes we just need to start moving forward in faith versus emotion. He wants to grow us into the version he sees we can be. And in order to do that, we can't stay where we are. We have to follow him.